Hello Stablebucks and welcome to yet another video. Now before you hit the dislike button, hear me out, just give me a couple seconds. Now before anything else, I want to get one thing out of the way. This is not a personal attack against Peter. I adore him as an actor. He's full of talent and he is absolutely amazing person. He's so sweet and genuine. I would love to meet him one day. I've done a video once about how much I appreciate Peter Capaldi, and to this day that has not changed. His Doctor, however, is a different affair. Now, to start off with, I want you to forget about the 12th Doctor for a minute. Just forget about him, and I want you to think about the 11th Doctor, Matt Smith. Now, how would you describe him? In one word, if you can, how would you describe the 11th Doctor? Maybe he's optimistic, fun, energetic, childish maybe, but you know what, you've got something. Love him or hate him, you've got a word to describe him. Now think of the 10th Doctor. What's he? Romantic, witty, intelligent, charismatic. You know, you can pick whatever word you can, and you can pick it like that off the top of your head. If I say 10th Doctor, you know the type of character I'm talking about, and this can be applied to any of them. You can apply it to 9, you can apply it to 7, you can apply it to 3, you can apply it to 6, 5, 2, 1, the War Doctor even. R.I.P. John Hurt, you absolute legend. I found that you can do this to any Doctor apart from the 12th Doctor, because who is he? Now first off, you might think you're taking the piss, Jay. The 12th Doctor's a grumpy old man who is very alien. He's very straightforward, to the point, doesn't piss about. He's very serious. But you say that, is he serious? Or is he the type of person that would ride in the middle of an arena on a tank playing the electric guitar and get medieval people to say dude? Is that the type of character he is? What's his reaction to death? That's a very telling thing about a character, how they react to the death of a close one. Is he very mournful and sad, but keeping his respects to her and keeping her memory close to him by respecting her last wish of not taking his hand to anyone and not being violent? Or is he more, impulsive with his grief? Does he shoot people in the memory of her? Does he wheedle his way to the top ranking of society just to bring her back to life and almost disrespect her last wishes? You wouldn't think that you can be two at once. No, you can be two within 2 episodes of each other. Basically what I'm saying is the 12th Doctor doesn't have a set character. You don't really know who he is. What I'm trying to say is that the 12th Doctor doesn't have a set character. There's nothing to define him. There's not one phrase you can put on him that describes his Doctor as a whole. If you look at the 12th Doctor's character in Death in Heaven, the last episode of Series 8, and his character in The Magician's Apprentice, which is the first episode in Series 9, they're two totally different characters, and the only thing sitting between them is a Christmas special. And if you're telling me that a Santa sleigh ride helps change his character that much, I'm not going to believe you. It's the very basic writing technique of having a character development, and having that character development having a series of cause to effect events. Basically the way it goes is character is like this, then something happens which makes him like this. The 12th Doctor doesn't have that. It just has this character is like this and now he's like this, with no transition of how he got from here to here. You just have to accept, oh right, okay, so this is the 12th Doctor now. I mean, if you look at the 10th Doctor, his character in New Earth and his character at the End of Time, they're two totally different people, but you can clearly see his journey and how he got from being to the type of person he is in New Earth to the type of person he is in the End of Time. The first major event to affect his personality was the loss of Rose, and that was someone who he cared about much, whether you think that he was in love with her or prefer to ignore that fact, you know, whatever, but it was someone who was very important to him and someone who helped him overcome the trauma of the Time War, basically. So that loss affected him. Then he had Martha, and that was sort of a, I don't really want anyone to be in a romantic thing. That's not really what I'm looking for anymore. I just want someone who I can adventure with again. So he found Donna, then he lost her, then he had a really long mourning period where he realised that all humans are just going to end up dying and he's always going to lose them, and the specials were sort of him coming to terms with that, even though he didn't come to terms with it, which is a very important thing. But all this mourning and loss and death, he lost the Master at the end of Series 3, and that was the only other Time Lord that he thought there was, so he accepted that he truly is alone, and by the specials, the 10th Doctor realised that this is it, and he was mourning, and he was very much a lonely angel, or whatever, and that's how he got to how he was in the end of time. In Death in Heaven, the 12th Doctor has a hope of finding Gallifrey, but he finds out that his source was unreliable. He goes to check and it's not there, and then in The Magician's Apprentice he's riding in on a tank. My main problem overall with the 12th Doctor is the fact that he's inconsistent, and it's all this inconsistencies, all this change in personality types throughout the series, whether he's funny or serious, whether he's grumpy or just smiley. It's all these different things with no fluent arc and no fluent journey, which makes him possibly my least favourite Doctor, and that's not Capaldi's fault, and it is so sad to see Peter Capaldi leaving, but it's not. I think that is exactly what the show needed for Peter Capaldi to leave at the end of Series 10, because the show is going to be passing head writers, and Chris Chibnall is going to want to take the show in his own sort of direction, I'm assuming, and having a Doctor there, he's either going to have to pick a certain personality trait to carry on the 12th Doctor on, or he's going to write him in his own way, which will lead to more inconsistencies. So yes, I'm devastated Peter Capaldi couldn't get more of an opportunity and better writing for his thing, and I'm devastated that he has to go with so little to show, and probably have the reputation of the least consistent Doctor and worst written Doctor in this show's history, possibly. But I think it's a good thing that he's leaving, because now the show can start afresh with, hopefully, with a new Doctor. Hopefully Bill and Nala will only be staying on for the series. It'll be like Series 5 again, and we'll be getting a whole new thing, and that's exactly what the show needs, and that will bring more people in to watch it, because yeah, I don't think this show's at its highest point popularity wise. So I think that'll be good. I think that'll be good for the show. I'm sort of glad that Peter Capaldi's leaving. And now I'm just thinking, how many times has this been said? I doubt I'm the only one who thinks it. Whoops. Ah, Peter, you tried your best, bless you, but it just didn't work out. The bloody writing you all over the place with no consistency. It was your downfall, but you'll always remain one of my best actors, and I do love you. But good luck with whatever you do next. Bless him.